Hey, what's up out there? This is Apocalypse. Doing a little short show, I guess you could call it. This is not a Radio Land or anything of that nature, but this is just a Skype Etiquette show. And I'm doing this show specifically because I've had complaints. A lot of you people out there are just plain rude when it comes to Skype. Naughty, naughty. Don't be rude to me, understand? So, me? You don't got to worry about me. You can act however you want. You can call me nonstop. I don't care. But there's some of you out there, and rightfully so, that don't like to be called over and over and over when the person didn't even ask. So people just don't know. So I was thinking, okay, well, if no one knows how to behave, let's put a rule book and make it into a show. This way, they'll understand. So, got a few steps here. When you send a request blindly to someone, don't do that. Don't just start chatting with someone just because you assume that they know who you are. When you IM someone, think of it like knocking on their door for the first time. You just don't enter someone's house that isn't sure who you are. It's a good way to ruin first impressions. Always have like a nice little, I'd say about 2-sentence introduction on who you are and why you're actually trying to be in contact with that individual. Send a note before calling someone. It's basically mandatory you IM someone before you make the effort to call them. Not everyone is as eager to talk to you as you are to talk to them. It's not always about you or your Spreaker show or your group. Some people might already be on the call with someone, or they might be in a public place and not able to take that call. They might have company over, and many other situations, including just not wanting to talk to you at the moment for, they just don't want to take your call. Since Skype has the capacity to instant message people, failing to do this is just inconsiderate of you. All this can easily be avoided by proper communication. Failing to do this will annoy the person you are calling, and if you keep being that annoying person, it's a good way to being ignored altogether and eventually making it to that person's ignore list without any warning whatsoever. Be aware of your surroundings. When it comes to video calls, please don't be that jackass that has a dirty room or has something very distracting and in plain view. Depending on the reason for the video call itself, sometimes you people like to do a little hanky-panky, but first visual impressions are a real thing. Tidy up yourself and the environment the other person is about to see. Being called a slob or anything negative in someone's mind is just something you should try to avoid. People actually appreciate when you take care of yourself and your surroundings on the cam. Another issue. Go easy on the multitasking. Give the person you're talking to your undivided attention. Just because you're on your computer and can easily read and send emails or surf Firefox while engaged in a call doesn't mean that you should. The person you are talking to can easily tell if you are multitasking because even the best of us become distracted, and that builds frustration on the other person. Multitasking isn't all that bad because we all know some things have to get done, but at least alert and let the other person know that you're doing that. Don't just blindly do everything but pay attention to the person you're talking to. Some of you type really loud, really loud. Let me demonstrate. That's loud. That's obnoxious. You don't want to hear that. So beware when you're typing, the other person will hear that. Don't chew food. Oh, that's so obnoxious. Or especially crunchy food, because that amplifies like threefold. Or gum. Ugh. That is radio poison. Is when you're chewing gum. Ugh, that's just terrible. Just don't do it, please. That's just wrong. And it's just a quick way to lose respect, because in many cases it's just an annoyance. And no one wants to hear you chew or slurp that coffee extra loud, or your water, or your drink. That's just as annoying. No one wants to hear that. So I figured I'd just do this little quick guide, just a few minutes long, nothing too big, just to say, hey, how to act on Skype. And I hope this has been informative to the most of you. Enjoy your holiday season. Thanks.